Hello, AVCon. Hello. Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the ICL qualifiers for Australia. ICL is the International Cosplay League, so if you were here yesterday and you saw a fabulous cosplay competition, guess what? We have another fabulous cosplay competition for you today. And if you did not know, whoever wins this competition will be flown to Spain to represent the entire country of Australia. So... Exactly. No big deal. But I am your host, Jem. I'm very excited to guide you through the wondrous world of the ICL qualifiers here for Australia. But we must introduce our fabulous judges. Everyone, give a huge round of applause for our 3 judges of the ICL qualifiers. So, we have Miss Twisted, Vi, and Vampria. I would like to talk to Vi first, who I think the microphones should be on. Yeah, wonderful. Yep. Vi, can you explain to us what is ICL?
Hello, everyone. ICL is a competition like we haven't had in Australia before. So we said we'd be sending a team over to Australia. That's actually a duo who'll be performing and a solo person who will be just doing costuming. The duo is going to be scored 60% performance and 40% costume. And for the costuming entrant, it's going to be 100% on the costuming. So I'm actually the Australian representative from 2024 for ICL.
Come on,
and
I applied. Let's give it to you. Let's give it to you. Come on, come on.
And I applied online, and I went over and thought, dang, I really want this for the rest of Australia and for us to have a proper preliminary. And so AVCon is now going to be hosting it from now on. So team of 3 every year, here onwards. So really keen to select our 2027 reps today.
Yeah, it's extremely exciting stuff and such a fabulous opportunity, not only for our amazing cosplayers who will go over there, but for the Australian cosplay scene at large. Thank you so much, Vi, for the explanation. Now you guys know what we are playing for. Before we get into the competition, though, we have 2 other judges to speak to. Let's chat to Vampria first. Hello, Vampria.
Hello.
How was pre-judging for a competition like this?
Pre-judging, for those who don't know, we get locked in a little room and we get to look at every contestant's costumes up close. So even though we're watching this on stage, we've actually looked at all of their costumes up close, seen all the details. We get a detailed breakdown in a build book of how they made it. And it was just really amazing work from all of the people entering ICL this year. I'm just incredibly impressed.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you so much, Vampria. All right, Miss Twisted, our other judge. I want to hear a little bit about, obviously for most cosplay competitions, it's primarily the crafting cosplay aspect. So what is kind of in your mind when looking at the skit portion?
Well, I mean, the skit portion does sort of like meld in a little bit with the costumes. So looking at stage presence is one thing, but seeing how the silhouettes read on stage, how the costume moves with the cosplayers themselves, how they interact, what glitters, what shines, what like shading comes out in that. So I'm really excited to see it all come together.
Yes, as am I, and hopefully the entire audience is as excited to see our fabulous performers and cosplayers. We have, as Vi said, the duo and the solo portion, and we are starting out with the duo portion, who I hope are ready to go. Our first duo is Shiitake Cosplay and Bon Unlocked Cosplay, cosplaying Gaston and Belle and LaFau from Beauty and the Beast.
So how did this happen? The most handsome man in town, destined to marry Belle, plummeting to his death? Well, this is my story. In this town, the citizens all live in harmony, not held down by aristocracy. And I'm the one they'll look to protect us and see us through in this town.
Today's the same as every day. How can they live a life so boring?
in this town.
I wish that I was whisked away, and yet I'm stuck without exploring.
Hello, Belle.
Bonjour, Gaston.
How can you read this? There's no pictures.
It has far-off places, daring sword fights, magic spells, and a prince in disguise.
Sounds problematic. I'll stick to fourth wing. We can skip this bit. He'll make off with your children.
No,
He'll bring back the nobility.
probably.
I say we kill the beast.
I won't let you ruin this.
Seriously, what's going on? Are you okay?
He has a library and free room and board.
My lord, at last, I'll rid us of your grace. Monster, my prince, you're wearing your true face. I have found love. I am a different man. Men like you can never change. A beast such as you.
Rest your eyes, my sweet Gaston. Now you don't feel any pain. Your hero's races ran. The beast can't hurt you now. Belle is safe. That's all you need to know. For you protected us, and you helped set them free. And you were a hero to me.
Everyone, give it up one more time for Shiitake Cosplay and Bond Unlocked Cosplay. So, first off, that was like, I feel like we just went to Broadway. We went to West End. That was so beautiful. I also love Les Miserables, so that was very beautiful for me. I feel like I could talk about your performance for forever, but let's get into a little bit of the costumes. So, Gaston, we were talking backstage, and this is a muscle suit, and you told me about some specific lines. Could you walk us through the creation of the muscle suit?
Yes, because he's actually got full-on display, so you have to also, it's all patterned as one single piece just to show off the muscle lines. And then, yeah, a lot of the rest is all natural fabrics and leather and handcrafting.
Yeah, absolutely fabulous stuff. I'll just get in between the two of you, sorry. And Bundle Unlocked Cosplay, I wanted to talk to you because we talked about fashion history and how that inspired some of your choices. Walk us through your choices.
Well, we went with a lot of period-accurate fabrics based on French Revolution type dress, mostly because of this idiot. Also because my drunk history topic, when I'm a couple of drinks in, is textiles in the French Revolution. So this was a bit of a pet project for me that was a long time coming.
I absolutely love that. I think you guys love the French Revolution is what I'm getting from this. Absolutely fabulous performance. Everyone, give it up one more time for Gaston, Belle, and Lafau. And they'll be taking these magical set pieces off stage. I don't know, this is going to make me seem very old for a second. Does anyone remember Rockestedford? Because the set pieces remind me a lot of Rockestedford in the best way possible. What an absolute treat for our first performance up with our duo performances here in the ICL qualifiers. Next up, we have Astercat and Saiscam as Tsunade and Jiraiya from Naruto.
Jiraiya, where are you going?
Someone has to go and fight Akatsuki.
Do you really think you can fight them all on your own?
Someone has to do it. But if you ask me to, I will stay.
No. You're right. If you want to go, you can go. But if you come back, I'll consider giving you a chance.
Let's get started then.
Come back alive. If I lost you too, I'd...
Let's make a bet on it then. You always lose, so just bet that I'll die. See you soon, Tsunade. Summoning Jutsu!
Fukasaku? Why are you back here? Where is Jiraiya?
He's gone, Tsunade. They were too strong. Even as one of the great Sanin, he couldn't win.
No! If anyone could have been beaten, then it's him! There's no way!
Tsunade, I'm sorry. Nothing could be done. I'm sorry, Tsunade. I'm sorry I couldn't come back to you this time.
I knew I shouldn't have let you go alone. I should have sent someone with you. It could have been me. I could have helped you.
You've grown even more beautiful than I realized.
Why? Couldn't you just stay with me this time?
I've always wanted to be by your side, but I guess it wasn't supposed to be.
I won't be able to laugh with you anymore. Drink and share stories. We have no future anymore. You stupid fool.
I will always be with you, even in memory. Think of me in our memories, and I will always be with you.
Wonderful. Everyone, give it up one more time for AVCon and Saiscan. Welcome. That was totally a very different performance to the last one, but in such a wonderful way. Thank you for bringing the drama to the main stage of AVCon. It's wonderful to have you both here. We had a conversation backstage about kind of the choices we made with the costuming in regards to realism and martial arts. So could you walk me through that?
Absolutely. So a lot of the sewing and details took a long time from my experience, and to try and get the accuracy of martial arts gi, which is what the inner costume is made of, and a lot of inspiration from Japanese jacketing from the Shiro period.
Absolutely wonderful. And AVCon, I usually don't like asking this question, but I have to ask, what inspired you to do this beautiful dramatic piece and these beautiful cosplays?
Yeah, so we really love Naruto. It's a classic. It means a lot to us. So with our skit, there was like some scenes missing from like the anime where Tsunade finds out what happened to Jiraiya. So we really wanted to portray that in our own way, but also give closure to the characters. And then also with the visuals, we took those photos in Japan on a couple of trips that we went on. We went to a couple of Naruto theme parks, and then we edited the photos. So those are real photos that we have taken.
That is a level of dedication not seen before in a cosplay competition. Thank you so much for your beautiful performance. Do not forget your mask when you head off stage, as well as your wonderful props. Everyone, give it up one more time for AVCon and Saiscan. Alrighty. We only have one duo left, I'm so sorry to say, but you know, I think the performances are so memorable that even though there's only a few of them, you'll be thinking of them for a long time. Our final duo is Public Insanity and Jill as the Dark Magician Girl and the Tea Gardener from Yu-Gi-Oh!
Job on that, Jewel Tia.
Thanks. Having you as a deck master really helped.
Well, you have learnt to listen to the heart of the cards.
Mm-hmm.
But have you learnt to listen to the cards of the heart?
I'm sorry, what?
You know, what's in here?
I don't think we have the time for that. We have to rescue Kaiba.
All the more reason to figure this out before you meet back up with the boys. It's time to pick a card.
This helps how exactly?
I have 3 cards here, each of which represents a guy in your group.
But there are more than 3 guys in the group.
Bachelor number 1 is independently wealthy and could sleep on a hoard of gold like a dragon if he chose. And who doesn't like a man with blue eyes?
That's clearly Kyber.
It might not be.
Sure.
And bachelor number 2 does his best, still learning, has his claws, but overall is a softie.
Yugi.
Of course, hairballs aren't for everybody. And finally, we have bachelor number 3. Smart, gorgeous, and willing to learn. Who will it be?
And once I pick a card, we can resume the rescue?
Yep.
Well, Kyber is a jerk, so he's out. Karibo is obviously Yugi, which based on the group means you must be Yami. I'll choose you.
Great. I'm sure you and Yugi will have a wonderful date.
Wait, Yugi?
Wonderful, everyone. Oh, let me meander these props. These are wonderful. Everyone, give it up one more time for Public Insanity and Jill. A wonderful Yu-Gi-Oh! Skit. Congratulations. That was a lot of fun to watch. And I thoroughly am enjoying these beautiful props that you've made. It's so fun to see props on stage that, part of scenery with cosplay. So it's very delightful to watch. So in terms of these cosplayers, these are very amazing. I have one costume question for you each. Let's come a little closer so we can see all the wonderful detail. So, Public Insanity, I want to talk to you about your wonderful hat. How do we get this structure in there?
I made it out of wire and tape, and then I patterned the whole thing out of millinery interfacing, and then edged it with wire to hold the shape.
Wonderful. Is it comfortable?
It's very lightweight, so pretty comfortable, yeah.
Okay, absolutely love that. Now, Jill, this is not something I hear every day. You made your shoes. Tell me about this shoemaking experience.
So I 3D printed them out of TPU. I really should have done that in summer because they get a bit delicate if you do them in a high humidity environment. So a tip for anyone who's doing this later on. But they're quite comfortable because TPU is quite springy. So it's a nice material.
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Everyone, give it up one more time for our final duo, Public Insanity and Jill. Wonderful work. Do we need any help with the props? Are we good? I'll look at them wheeling it off. Professionals. So that's it, lol. That's it for our duo portion. We are very much not done with the competition, but that is it for our fabulous duos. Can we get one more final round of applause for our duo cosplayers? I was just saying backstage that when I first started going to anime conventions, the skits were such a huge part of the cosplay competition and the day, and I was reminiscing of how much I missed them. So it's so wonderful to see some silly and emotional, serious skits come to the main stage of AVCon. But that is not all for the ICL qualifiers. We have our solo competitors, and look at that screen go up. You can tell we are ready. So, audience, how it's going to work is I'm going to introduce a cosplayer. They are going to come onto the stage with their magical music. They are going to do lots of posing and perhaps some other things they have planned. Now, during that time, I encourage cheering, being excited, clapping, woo, all those sorts of things. And you get your cameras out because as they will be posing, get all the photos that you can. These are some seriously incredible cosplayers, so get your phones and your cameras ready as we are ready for our first cosplayer, which is 8-Bit Cosplayer, cosplaying Sheik from The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. 8-bit cosplay. This is absolutely fabulous. Huge fan of this character, so this is very, very cool. There's a lot to talk about on this cosplay, but let's talk about your fabulous tabard. Tell me all about it. It's certainly the piece of resistance of this costume.
Yeah, it is very front and center, so it's all, there's like a lot of like hand embroidery stitching and blanket stitching, and it's just like layers of applique and different kinds of fabric, and it's all frayed to texture. I'm very, very proud of it, and it's all kind of like attached to the corset and everything around it, so yeah.
Yay, it's wonderful to hear cosplayers say they're proud of something, because I feel like most of the time cosplayers are like, no, it's so bad, you don't understand. So wonderful to hear that you are proud of that. And when I think about your cosplayers, not just this one, but just in general, I always think of the weathering and texturing that you do with your costumes. So tell me about the weathering for this one. What was the general kind of process? Was there anything that frustrated you, or was it easy breezy?
It was relatively easy. All of my weathering is basically a combination of tea, coffee, paint, and boot polish. And I kind of just like go ham, and I kind of just try and get textures in there and get dirt on there and make it look like really lived in and like well worn. Yeah.
Wonderful. My final question for you is, this wig is fabulous. I always like to highlight a fabulous wig. I have to know, is like their hair underneath your hat, or is there wig pieces just coming out of the hat? How does it work?
The hair is the hat, so it's all like two wigs that I've kind of like Frankenstein together, and it's all glued to the inside of my cap, and like the bangs are like on top of it, and all kind of like gravity defying, and yeah, it's very heavy, but it works.
Cosplay is pain, but it is always worth it. Everyone, give it up one more time for 8-bit cosplay. Fabulous. I have to say, I've never emceed a comp with like a runway down the middle. It's both exciting and scary. I absolutely love it. Our next cosplayer is Aldemone, who is cosplaying Sphene from Final Fantasy XIV. Stage, the two of us a lot, so this is always fun. The two shorties of the competition standing on stage. Okay, Louise, this is a lot of detail work in this beautiful cosplay. Don't hyperventilate and die. You need to win and, you know, continue through the competition. Tell me about the lining of this skirt.
Yes, okay. Sometimes fabric is really hard to make, so you just have to low-key make your own. So the skirt in the game is kind of like a glowing blue underneath with kind of like a cracked glass look. If my voice is lost, it's because I screamed for the cosplay comp yesterday. Okay, I'm doing my best. And so what I did was I got 2 layers of organza fabric and I glued Mylar flakes between the middle. So you get this really, really nice reflection. There were Mylar flakes in my house and on my cat for so long. She's okay, it's safe.
Not the animal cruelty with your own cat. No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. But I have to ask as well, Louise, there's a lot of structure and underlying things to create the beautiful shape. How did you achieve that?
I have a corset on, I have padding, I have like, it's a bum roll, I think is the name, I'm so sorry. And it makes the skirts sit out like that, which is really cool. So you get this really nice like shape. And then I have the big ribbon as well that like adds, there's a lot going, it's fun. And then I have horsehair braid throughout some of the skirt layers, and that also helps with a little bit of the shape and flow.
And that actually goes into my next question for you, which is, tell me about your material choices. Why did you pick the particular choices, especially with the lining? What was the process behind your fabric choices?
A lot of us thinking of like, how does it look on stage? Because like in the game she glows, and I was like, okay, what's going to reflect really well? So I've got organza, I've got a bunch of different types of like silks and satins, just things that really reflect really nicely and kind of make it look like when the stage lights are hitting that I'm glowing in person. Am I glowing?
Is she glowing? Could you imagine if everyone was like, no?
Would have
cried.
No crying on the cosplay stage, perhaps unless someone wins. Okay, everyone, give it up one more time for Aldemone as Sphene. Okay, up next, we have the fabulous Jacqueline May as a favorite of mine. It's Xalatath from World of Warcraft. Hello, Jacqueline. This is so funny. We were at the cosplay booth earlier, and I was like, ooh, you're giving me a World of Warcraft thing to talk about on stage. I love World of Warcraft. Before we get into the cosplay, selfish. Jacqueline, what is your favorite World of Warcraft expansion?
Legion.
Do we have any other Legion enjoyers in the audience? Me, I'm a Legion enjoyer. It is superior, is what Jacqueline says. So, Jacqueline, there's a lot going on with this fabulous cosplay, but you said to me backstage, you summed it up in 3 words, which were shoulders, cape, wig. So, could you run us through the shoulders first, please?
Yes, so the shoulders are actually suspended by literally only 2 pieces, and they hold up the entirety of my cape, and they are probably the most complex shoulder armor I've ever made, but definitely my favorite.
Wonderful. Next up on your little list you gave me was cape. So cape, question mark?
Yes, cape. I absolutely love the galaxy detail and the rhinestoning that I put into it so that I shimmy, and the back of it. And yeah, I just think it adds something. I love this cape.
It's absolutely gorgeous. I love seeing all the, I'm like a crow. I'm like, oh, shiny. I love when it's shiny. It's so glittery and shiny. And then lastly, tell me about the wig. And then we didn't talk about this, but as a WoW cosplayer, please tell me how you did the eyebrows because they're such a pain in the bum. How did you do them and how are they not falling off your face?
So the eyebrows were made out of the wig. So this wig used to be a long, curly white wig that I cut, dyed, styled, pulled parts of it out so that it gave dimension in the dyeing. And the eyebrows, I just cut out pieces of it and then Uhu glue. And then they are literally stuck on with eyelash glue. So let's hope my eyebrows survive.
Everyone pray for Jacqueline's eyebrows. Everyone give it up one more time for Jacqueline May. Guys, I'm so serious about the eyebrows. I tried to do the WoW eyebrows a few years ago, but I did EVA foam before I did the wig hair on, and I just had sad eyebrows all day, just like slanted sad eyebrows. But that's okay, because Jacqueline looks great. Next up on our list for our solos is the wonderful Sezu, who is cosplaying Link, the Ember Armor version from Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Hello. It's okay, everyone close your eyes. That didn't happen. It didn't happen, it didn't happen. Okay, hello Sezu. This is crazy, my friend. This is crazy. I have so much to ask you. I feel like the elephant in the room is the lights. Now, if you're not a cosplayer sitting in the audience, you may not know the work that goes into creating lights like this. In my mind, you need like a programming degree because it's very difficult to be. So, Sezu, could you please walk us through how you've done the lights for your build?
So I'm wearing a bodysuit underneath, which actually has LED strips sewn around the legs and around the arms. And the belt is completely detachable with more LED strips. And also the gems, which I resin casted with LED lights within them. 2 battery packs are also in the bodysuit, which links everything together. And they go into my glove with a switch.
So not only do you have amazing lights, but you have a very swift procedure for turning them on and off, which I absolutely love. Now, do you have a programming degree or are you just extremely smart?
This was only my second time working with LEDs. I blew so many up. I might have fired a battery or two, but it works. If an electrician saw what was happening underneath this, I think they would sob.
But they can't see. Hopefully, if you're an electrician in the crowd, close your eyes. It did not happen. The other thing, Cesar, I want to talk to you about is the beautiful embroidery you have embedded throughout your costume. Is this a machine? How did you program it? There's a lot of programming going on here. Speak to me about your embroidery.
So the shirt is all hand done. It took 140 hours. I also made this only in 4 months, so math that, I guess.
Love that. I love when cosplayers are like, this many hours it took, because for obviously all of us it's amazing, and then also it's like, wow, that's crazy, but in a good way, that you've invested so much time into this beautiful build. Everyone, give it up one more time for Sezu. I'm always amazed with lights on a cosplay as someone who has tried to do the soldering programming one time, and it was very scary. Soldering is very scary because once you do it, there is no going back. So always very cool to see LED lights and programming on builds. But not over yet. We have more fabulous cosplayers coming your way. We have Akitha with their Fjordstone Armory of Heroes version from Critical Role. Akitha, this is so cool. Why are you green? You're very green. I have to ask, we were talking a bit backstage about a topic that I think has come up more in this competition than I've ever seen come up, which is historical research into fabrics and why you would choose to select different fabrics over others purely for historical research purposes. So please walk me through all of that.
Okay, so obviously Critical Role and Exandria is a fantasy world, but a lot of the fashion and materials I feel comes, and D&D in general in that classic setting comes inspired by sort of medieval vibes pretty much. So I did a lot of historical research into where Ford would sit in terms of the economic standing, what materials his clothes would be made out of, and then into I even went into like a few leatherworking techniques to be able to get the exact pattern and to try to get that little bit of like historical authenticity in there as well as the accuracy of the actual design.
And it's very much paid off. Thank you. Give a round of applause for the research. We've got engineering, we've got PhD level research going into things. The other question I have for you is to talk about makeup a little bit. So you are green. Congratulations on being green. Please chat to me about how you were able to get this color, because I saw you earlier and this green has lasted the whole day. So walk me through your greening.
Again, research. So I've seen a lot of makeup brands go around the cosplay community, but then I kind of drifted away from cosplay specifically and started moving into more musical theatre and what makeup brands they used. And this is a oil-based foundation. So it has high coverage, it has high pigment. This makeup actually only took me 2 layers of each colour to get looking like this. It took me like 45 minutes tops to get the entire thing on.
Guys, that's quicker than my makeup. And I just have regular anime girl makeup on. So congratulations, this is an absolutely fabulous build. Everyone give it up one more time for Akitha. Okay, for ICL, for our solos, and just in general, we only have one more cosplay left. It's okay, don't worry. We have so much more other cosplay-related things that aren't ICL, so don't worry. Stay tight. Okay, so next up, our final competitor, as we have Stelix as Coco from Witch Hat Atelier. Hello, another short person enters the arena. Welcome onto the stage. Lots to talk about here. I first want to ask you about your seam finishing because I know you are a perfectionist with details like that. So tell me about that. Did it take you forever? Did we do many drafts or are you just a pro?
So anyone who has sewn before knows that fabric loves to fray, but anyone who's also familiar with Witch Hat Atelier knows that the setting is very delicate and ethereal and fantasy inspired. So rather than putting my seams through an overlocker, I finished pretty much every single seam on this costume by hand. My hem, the entire, God knows how many meters has been hand sewn, you can't see a single stitch. All of these seams have been hand felled down, no fraying whatsoever. The only piece that touched the overlocker were the leggings because that's a stretch fabric.
Absolutely insane. I don't know how your hands have survived this difficult process.
Arthritis gloves.
Arthritis gloves. Oh my gosh, we're learning so much today. My other question for you is, I wrote down pockets. Do you have pockets?
I might have pockets that may have emotional support K-pop boy in them.
I can't believe you pulled that. Actually, I can very much believe that. But these pockets, tell us how are you able to flip like do a flippy? Nope. No flippy, because it's just perfectly in there.
Yeah, this is my first time sewing welt pockets, and I perfectly concealed the pocket bags to be the exact same length as the lining in here. So when I finished hemming the cape, the lining got caught. So no matter what, these pocket bags are never coming out and showing and like me embarrassing myself in the future.
That's absolutely amazing. My final question for you is, in terms of the fabric we're using, it's really interesting choices that I would love for you to run us through.
Yeah, of course. So in line with the setting of the entire series, I opted to go for natural fibers. So my dress is made of linen. My chemise, which you guys can't see because that is underwear, is made of cotton, as are my bloomers. But the cape especially, I have been a fan of this series since it started publishing 10 years ago. But I've only made this now because I've spent the past 10 or so years trying to hunt down the perfect wool in this blue shade. That this is vintage stock that I had to get imported from Dublin for $300.
Guys, cosplay is expensive, but when it looks this good, it absolutely does not matter. Everyone give it up one more time for Stelix as Coco. Oh, it's so dramatic when they leave behind me. It's like the closing of a chapter of a book. I know I said that was it for our competitors in ICL, but there are deliberations that our wonderful judges must go and do. And during that process, we have some entertainment for you and wonderful cosplayers. So we are doing a cosplay parade. Anyone who is not familiar with a cosplay parade is we are going to have cosplayers come up on stage one by one. I hope my cosplayers are listening to me. You are going to come up on stage one by one, and you are going to do a fabulous pose as I say, this is this person, and then they will skedoodle off the stage. Please cheer as much as you possibly can. This is some people's first time on stage. It might be their first time cosplaying, so give them all the excitement and passion they need to keep going. Alrighty, we'll be proceeding with our cosplay parade. Let's get our first person on the stage. Let me find my notes. That was Kai as Spider-Man Noir from Marvel. Next up, we have Christian as Jello from Fairy Tale. Wonderful. Keep those applauses going as we have Sync cosplaying as Koshi Sugawara from Haikyuu. All right, no one is more excited, unironically, for this cosplay than me. This is Sleepy cosplaying Ola from the best rhythm game, Mustache. So cool. That's my highlight of AVCon, personally. Next up, we have Buzzword cosplaying as Frillish from Pokemon. Oh my gosh, wow. Next to the stage, we have Jess cosplaying as Lucy/Mew from Elfen Lied. Wonderful. Next up, we have Olivia Asia as Chika Takami from Love Live Sunshine. Next up, we have Asia as Tomomono no Mae from Fate. Wonderful. Next to the stage, we have Kristen cosplaying as Switch from 2020 Sports Festival. Awesome. Next up, we have Astral King cosplaying as Hornet from Adelaide's favourite Hollow Knight Silk Song. Give it up one more time for Hollow Knight, made in South Australia. Next to the stage, we have Veshelia as Alice Liddell from Alice Madness Returns. Our next cosplayer is Nick, cosplaying as Lisa from Genshin Impact. Next up, we have another Nick cosplaying as Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Next up, we have Gabby Bear cosplaying as Marciel from Delicious in Dungeon. Yes, stage left, my dear. Next up, we have Kaylee cosplaying as Crimson from Hazbin Hotel. Our next cosplayer is Vincent cosplaying as Zoro from One Piece. Wonderful. Next up, we have Zach cosplaying as Muchiro from Demon Slayer. Our next cosplayer is Muzzfire30 cosplaying as Hatsune Miku in 80s style from Vocaloid. Our next cosplayer is Brant Nillian as Dr. Aldrich Lorraine from It's Their Original Steampunk Character. Stage left, my friend, stage left. Thank you. Very cool to see original characters, very, very creative. Our next cosplayer is Pixie Damon cosplaying as Roxas from Kingdom Hearts. Wonderful. I bet you were excited about a certain game announcement that happened recently. Our next cosplayer, another one straight to my heart, is Icy Cool cosplaying Dr. Eggman from Sonic the Hedgehog. And we're keeping the classic gaming love going with Joshua Hatwell as Luigi from Mario/Nintendo. Shout out to Luigi and our other Mario brother, David Stevens, here as Mario. Everyone give a big cheer for the Mario brothers. Next up, we have Dia as Alice from Alice in Wonderland. Beautiful. Next up, we have Solki cosplaying as Firefly from Honkai Star Rail. Our next cosplayer is Sweet Tea Birdie cosplaying as Glinda from Wicked. Wonderful work, Glinda. Stage left, my dear, stage left. Thank you. It's okay, you're Glinda, we love you. Next cosplayer is Kanade cosplaying Rice Shower from Uma Musamune. Very cool. Our next cosplayer is Average Cos Slayer as Homelander from The Boys. Love when cosplayers come with the theatrics on stage. Our next cosplayer is Emski Cosplayers cosplaying as Taylor Swift, specifically from the Midnight's era on the Eras Tour. Look at all that shimmer. And our final cosplayer for the Cosplay Parade is 224 LaForge creates as Rathalos from Monster Hunter. Wonderful. Everyone give up one more round of applause for our fabulous cosplayers in the Cosplay Parade. A huge thank you to all of the wonderful cosplayers who joined us on stage for the Cosplay Parade. Could I get a rain check? Are our judges ready? Does anyone know? That's okay, I will stall for a while. Okay, AVCon, is this your first time seeing cosplay? Can I get a range of hands, or are we all veterans here? Okay, who here has cosplayed before? Put your hand up. Wonderful. All right, put them down. Can I put a hand up if you haven't cosplayed yet, but you would like to? Oh, I'm seeing some hands. I'm seeing some hands. While it's a fabulous hobby and community to get into, obviously we have our amazing performers who have made their own cosplays, but there are so many wonderful ways for you to enjoy cosplay as a hobby, and I highly recommend that you get into it. It is such a fabulous hobby that can take you so many wonderful places. So thank you so much for sitting in on ICL, and reminder that a duo and a solo from this competition are qualifying as our Australian representative to Spain. We are sending them on a plane, I would imagine, and not a boat, all the way to Spain to represent the amazing Australian cosplay scene. Okay. one. We're almost getting there. Could I have the music gone, please? Thank you. For it is a tense moment. It's a tense moment. To be able to represent Australia on the main stage is a really wonderful thing. And if you don't know too much about competitive cosplay, Australia actually massively punches above our weight. Although we may be a small country in terms of population, Australia has won numerous competitions and we place exceedingly well, which I think perhaps some people overseas are surprised by, but I know all of you here today know that Australia doing well in overseas comps is not a surprise. Is that right, AVCon? There's so many wonderful crafty people here, whether their craft is foam smithing, maybe they're more into embroidery, 3D printing, foam smithing. There's so many things that you can do with cosplay, and I hope that our cosplayers today have shown you all of the wonderful different things you can do with cosplay, and maybe this will provide some inspiration, and maybe this could be you on the stage next year. So I hope you've grabbed some information. I hope you've enjoyed our comp so far. Can I get just a little range? Okay, still going. This is where I ask you the fun questions. Okay, so we're on AVCon day 2. Sadly, it is ending soon. How many people, this is your first AVCon? Can I get a cheer or a few hands? A few people? Okay. Can I get a cheer if you've been to 3 or more AVCons? Wow, that's pretty good. What about 5 or more AVCons? Okay, I'm sensing 3 is the strong majority. And then for fun, let's do, AVCon's been around for a while. Has anyone been to 8 or more AVCons? 10 or more AVCons? Wow, I'm very impressed. Congratulations to you who have been to every AVCon thus far. Okay, we are good to go. Thank you for enjoying my stalling. Judges, may you come back to the stage, for we must have a yap. We must give out our awards. And also, shortly after our judges appear on stage, we will also have our wonderful cosplayers who competed coming back to the stage. So you're going to want to get your cameras ready, not only for the wonderful cosplayers, and we'll do a group photo at the end, but someone is about to go to Spain. I know I keep repeating that, but it's serious business, guys. Someone is about to go to Spain. Multiple people are about to go to Spain to represent our country. So I would get your phones ready because in a good, positive way, there may be some crying. There may be some tears. As a lot of these cosplayers, as we heard from quite a few of them, these are builds and costumes that they've been working on for an incredibly, incredibly long time. Sometimes in competitions, you'll get people who are like, yes, this was a crazy project and I built it across 3 months. And then you'll get other people who are like, I've been working on this cosplay every day for 10 years. It's such a difference in the different kind of competitors that we see here in this cosplay, both in our solos and our duos. And I have to say, I don't get to MC for skit competitions very much, but skit competitions are very much something I enjoy. But what I enjoy more is seeing people be happy and win. So welcome back to our stage. Our incredible judging panel for ICL Australia qualifiers. It's Miss Twisted, Vi, and Vampria. Welcome back, judges. Can I get a second microphone, please? But in the meantime, yes, second microphone, please. Yes, thank you. Okay, this is going to be my little legs. Okay, we did it. Okay, do we want the cosplayers on stage now, my fabulous judges? Yes, okay. Cosplayers in the solo and duo division, please walk onto the stage. Who's talking first? You go first? Yeah, I feel it. Okay. I'll intro you and then you can yell. Everyone, welcome them back. Okay. Oh my God, we're all holding hands. Guys, this is the best. Friendship wins at the end of the day. Okay, keep scuffling. I know there's many of us. Okay. Guys, look at them all. I know, one more time. Give it up for our cosplayers of the ICL qualifiers. As you can see, we have some beautiful trophies to give out on stage, as well as a trip to Spain to represent Australia. No big deal, guys. So first up, we have Miss Twisted, who is going to run us through, I believe, the duo
say a moment or two about the winners?
Yes, absolutely.
So for our duo, we were just incredibly impressed by an amazing performance, great stage presence. Anything you want to add?
Yeah, I loved the performance. It was really entertaining, great stage presence, as Miss Twisted said. Just fantastic.
Yeah, so our pick for the duo was
Shiitake Cosplay and Bond Unlock Cosplay as Belle and Gaston.
Thank you. Well done.
A huge congratulations. Can we just hear a little bit from the judges about what it was that was so incredible about this performance, just quickly?
Yeah, awesome. I loved the use of the stage in general, coming forwards and back. Some really big emotional movements as well. And all of the costumes read so well on stage with the silhouettes.
Yeah, I agree with all of the above. Great stage presence. The costumes read really well. Just a great performance overall. And it was really well put together. So congratulations, guys.
All right, I believe we are heading on to our solos now, correct, Vi?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to make sure I'm doing the right thing. Okay, run us through, Vi.
Yeah, so we had so many amazing entrants to look at for the solo category. And as you can see, a range of different techniques. It was very, very hard deciding on a winner. But the winner displayed a really, really high proficiency across a range of techniques. And the execution really blew us away. So without further ado, our ICL solo costuming representative for Australia at 2027 finals in Madrid is Sezu as Link!
Everyone, give it up for your 2027 representative for the solo category, Sezu. Congratulations. Can we hear just a little bit from our judges about what it was about Sezu's build that was just so extraordinary?
I mean, I think you all saw it when they came front center stage. But it just showed a really, really high level of planning from the very beginning. Everything was so beautifully integrated, like the lights, turning on like that. Adding the LEDs into all the casting work and building it from the ground up. And oh my gosh, that embroidery work was immaculate. You guys have to see it up close if you can.
Thank you so much for that, Vi. Could I grab our duo winners and our solo winners just to the front of the stage, please? Just so we can get a few cheeky snaps. All right, get out everyone, your 2027 representatives for Australia. An absolutely massive congratulations. Oh, they've got posers coming. They're so prepared for it. What a fabulous trio we'll be spending all the way to Spain. But before we do that, I just want to say a massive congratulations and thank you to all of the fantastic competitors for competing in both divisions. It is no simple feat. I know we watch in the crowd and we go, wow, that's a great cosplay. But these cosplays take such a ridiculously long amount of time, effort, patience. There's so much work that goes into these cosplays and work to come up on stage and brave your work to the judges and to all of the people here at AVCon. So to our wonderful competitors, thank you so much for making this competition so fabulous. Now, could I get all of our cosplayers to congregate so we can get a massive group photo? Judges, you're welcome to be in the photo if you wish, or not if you don't wish. And if you are in the audience, I better see your phone or your camera up right this second, or else. Get those cameras out. They're going to stop posing soon. All right, wonderful. Everyone, give it up one more time for all of our competitors in the ICL qualifiers. And a massive thank you to everyone at AVCon who has joined us for any of the fabulous cosplay moments throughout the weekend. That is it for us at ICL, unless the judges have anything that they'd like to add. If not, that's fine as well. No? Okay. Wonderful. Oh, where should you exit? This way, for the screen is down. I'll get out of the way. Wonderful, wonderful. All right, as our competitors leave stage, once again, I've been Jem. Thank you so much for coming to the ICL qualifiers for Spain 2027. And a humongous congratulations to our fabulous winners and representatives of both the duo and solo category. They will probably be walking around a little bit if you want to catch their fabulous cosplays. If not, check out their Instagrams and all their socials. But that has been Cosplay at AVCon 2026. Thank you so much for joining me, and we'll see you next year.